Well, hello, friends. Tony Howard here, and I would like to invite you to our upcoming summit, Fresh Voices in Astrology 2.0, August 3rd and 4th, 2019. It is free to sign up and watch live. Head over to freshvoicesinastrology.com/summit and sign up today. And to tell you a little bit more about the summit, I have one of our 12 amazing speakers, Vanessa Montgomery, joining us from Australia. So thanks for joining me today, Vanessa.
Hi, Tony. Thanks for having me.
Of course. I'm really thrilled to have you on the summit, and especially intrigued by the title of your presentation, which is The Astrology of Peak Unicorn. Yeah, that's what I said, Peak Unicorn, Mindfulness and Millennial Pink. And that's going to be Saturday, August 3rd at 7 p.m. Pacific time. So can you tell folks a little bit about what you're going to be presenting with in your talk?
Yes, I can. So I'll be presenting about Neptune, the planet Neptune, in terms of the macro vision, that wider lens of how Neptune manifests collectively and generationally. So Neptune is really that imprint that we remember decades by. For example, the 60s, Neptune was in Scorpio, and that was the sexual revolution. So each decade is quite strongly imprinted with themes and archetypes that just from the sign Neptune's in. So currently it's in its home sign of Pisces, and all of a sudden we have this pink wash, which I have found quite fascinating. You know, it's such a long cycle, so it's incredibly pervasive. And I think it would be great to really swim around in the fishbowl while we're in it and become aware of it before it's past, and we can look at it, you know, once it's over. So yeah, I just want everyone to be able to make the most of it and really appreciate it while we're in it. And yeah, it really expresses through trends from, you know, high street fashion to high art and movies, which is quite interesting visually. So I'll be presenting a lot of like a visual feast for you.
Well, that sounds really, really great. Vanessa, I can't wait to hear it. And for those of our listeners who haven't come across your work or don't know what you do, can you tell folks a little bit about your approach to astrology?
Yes, well, I practice I'd say it is the most widely practiced form, which is a modern style. It's psychological, it's humanistic, and I've started studying traditional, but I don't bring that in at all yet. So it's all about, the psychological approach. How can you make the best of what you've got? What are the gifts? What's going to keep tripping you up? And how is that expressing in your life now? Just very practical, but also really looking at the overview as well.
And
transit.
Oh yeah,
I love transits.
Yeah, timing. And for those of you, and if timing. You don't know it, timing for those of you who don't know what transits mean. And we were chatting beforehand, and it sounds like we have something in common too with wanting to do astrology that's more empowering for folks. And I use a coaching model, and I think you said you bring some of that in as well, right?
Absolutely. I mean, when I first started learning astrology, I realized it was this literally a map to your mind and things that you don't even really know about yourself, like your soul or something. It's like your life map that you have to work with, your settings. So I was like, you know, if I'm seeing clients and I'm seeing this and I tell them, then what? How's that helpful? Really, what do they do then? So I studied transpersonal counseling so that I could bring those skills in. And yeah, I would say more the coaching style I bring as well. And any sort of techniques that I can learn to be like, okay, well, this will work for you, go do that, or we can do this together. So it's quite a broad approach, but that astrology and the counseling really underpin everything.
Beautiful. Awesome. And if people want to learn more about you, where can they visit you online?
You can find me at astroallstars, STARZ.com.
And for those of you in the US, Z is Z, just in case you didn't catch that. Yeah. So, well, thanks so much for joining me today, Vanessa. I can't wait to hear your presentation, and I'm really excited to have you on board with Fresh Voices. And folks, like I said, Fresh Voices is free to watch live for each each day, the talks are available for 24 hours. So even if you can't tune in right when the talk is offered, and Vanessa's is going to be Saturday, August 3rd at 7 p.m. Pacific time. Even if you can't make that time slot, you can catch her talk for a full 24 hours after it's presented. So all weekend long, you're going to be able to watch 12 amazing lectures. So I hope you can join us. And if you can't catch it, if you can't tune into one of the live talks, you can also get the All Access Pass and own all of the recordings so that you can watch those at any time and whenever it suits you. So head over to freshvoicesinastrology.com/summit. You'll find out all the info. And if you need any help or have more questions, email us at help@freshvoicesinastrology.com. Thanks again, Vanessa, and we will see all of you very soon at the summit.